Hey everybody, this is the OMAD Dad, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, a channel that is dedicated to living the OMAD lifestyle, or eating one meal a day. Well, today I want to weigh in on my thoughts on sugar. Now you probably are thinking that this is going to be another sugar bashing video where I spout out a bunch of facts, maybe from somebody like Dr. Robert Lustig's now famous YouTube video, Sugar the Bitter Truth, which has something like 7 or 8 million views. And believe me, there are thousands of videos on YouTube that are all against sugar. However, that is not my position, and I'm going to explain why. I'm not going to sit here and try and tell you that sugar is some sort of health food or that it's really great for you. We definitely do have a little bit of a problem with sugar in this country. I mean, the average American consumes something like 120 pounds of sugar a year. Sugar can be addictive, that is true. Sugar, it sort of activates the dopamine response in your brain and makes you feel really good and gives you an energy boost, and it is a form of energy that your body does prefer. It does love glucose, and so yes, it could be addictive, but as you know, with the OMAD plan and the way of eating, there are no banned foods and food groups on the OMAD way of eating. So I have a different approach when it comes to sugar. I enjoy it, but I limit myself. It would be stupid and foolish for me to have one meal a day consisting of, say, like Snickers bars, candy bars, ice cream, and cookies. Obviously, that would be stupid. However, the goal with this way of eating is not to turn yourself into some sort of monk. I mean, it's very commendable, and I know there are a lot of people out there, a lot of food Nazis who bash sugar and tell you that you need to kick your sugar habit and kick your sugar addiction. And again, if you have a true addiction with it, if you are over-consuming it, like say the average American would with eating 3 meals a day and snacking and consuming upwards of 100 or plus pounds or more a year, then yes, sugar is a problem for you. But one of the benefits of eating OMAD is that we have a natural built-in remedy for overconsumption of this stuff, and that's we limit ourselves to eating 1 meal a day, so we don't really go too crazy, and we eat it within a 1 or 2 hour time period. We focus on good food first, and what we want to eat, and we may have a little dessert with it after, we may not, it depends, and then you're done with it for the day, and you pick up your eating again when your window opens the next day. So that, in its very nature, it's very difficult to kind of go overboard and overconsume anything. All of these people who tell you that sugar is bad for you, again, I'm not trying to say it's a health food, but it is sort of hardwired into our DNA to seek out high sugary foods and foods that contain glucose. This was because in nature, when we lived naturally out in nature thousands of years ago, where we didn't have access to grocery stores whenever we wanted, when harvest time was here, usually a couple of months out of the year, we'd have access to natural sugars that would be fruits, vegetables, still glucose when it all gets broken down in your system. But we would consume them, and we would be drawn to them through the same dopamine response that I mentioned before, for the very reason that we needed them and used them to help us pack on a little bit of extra weight to survive the lean months of the winter. Remember, only in your grocery store in modern times could you go in December and pick yourself up some strawberries, or go in February and pick yourself up a fresh tomato. All right, when we were living in nature, this sort of thing didn't happen. So we had to take advantage of it when we could. We used it for what it was, and that was to pack on a little bit of extra pounds that would help us survive the winter. Well, now we live in a society where we have access to food literally 24 hours a day. And um, so we need some sort of fail-safe system in place, something to kind of help us from going a little bit overboard and over-consuming any kind of food, really. I think most people try to do that with regular diets, but the problem with regular diets is they want you to eliminate food groups. They want you to say, okay, no sugar, or if you are allowed to have anything with sugar or a dessert or anything like that, it's known as a cheat meal or a cheat day, and it makes you feel like shit because psychologically, oh, you've cheated on your diet, so that must mean you're weak and there's something wrong with you. So, having said all of that, I like OMAD because I can have my cake and eat it too. I don't go overboard. I exercise my common sense rights as an adult American, and I choose my food wisely, and that's what I would always recommend to people doing. Um, if you eat junk and you eat crap, you're going to feel like crap. And you know, the health Nazis out there, and even people like Dr. Robert Lustig, who is a very smart individual. I have a lot of respect for him. But what they're trying to do is now trying to make it official government policy that the government has to step in and do what they can to beat public enemy number. He's actually called it public enemy number one, and that's sugar. And use the government's resources to try and just crush it. You see, because they need to point the finger somewhere. They need to blame somebody for the obesity epidemic, because a little while ago they blamed fast food, and the fast food industry entirely overhauled their menus, their approach, their advertising, every aspect of their business, and yet we were still overweight and obese in this country and growing. So there had to be something else wrong. So okay, naturally it became sugar. And as I said, I'm not saying that we don't have our fair share of abuse of sugar in this country. But to say that sugar causes the obesity problem in this country is like saying that guns kill people. Guns don't kill people. Stupid people with guns kill people. Sugar in and of itself won't make you fat. It's the overconsumption of sugar and food and the irresponsibilityness of it that makes you fat. And so that is why I enjoy my sugar, and I enjoy it as a treat. I don't necessarily have a dessert every day, but when I do, I make sure it's tasty and it's something that I enjoy. I am not a chocoholic, but I do gear towards chocolate desserts. But I enjoy every second of it, and then when my meal is over, I pick it up the next day and I eat another great meal, and I leave myself the option of having dessert. And you know something, folks? If sugar was public enemy number one, this consumption of any type of sugar is what makes you fat, then how was I able to lose over 45 pounds while eating what I want on the OMAD diet? I didn't restrict my carbohydrates. I ate what I wanted. I ate until I was full. I had a dessert or something sweet, and even like a piece of fruit after almost every single one of my meals, and yet I've been able to lose over 45 pounds and have kept it off now for it's over 6 months now that I've been keeping it off, and we're still going strong. So those are my thoughts on sugar, and that is, use common sense, don't abuse it, enjoy it. That is what OMAD is all about. So I hope you really liked this video. I hope it was some food for thought. If you agree, disagree, or have any comments, I can't wait to hear from you. Feel free to post in the comment section below. And if you really like my channel, you like the videos that we're doing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. and tap the bell to get notifications, because we do have a lot more content coming up. And the official OMAD Dad Facebook page is growing strong as well. So if you're on Facebook, hop on over and send me a little message, and we'll get you in the group. And that's going to be it for me for tonight. I wish you all the best. I hope you enjoy your OMAD journey. And until we meet again, enjoy. Thank you.